What's up, YouTube? To some of my viewers, some of my viewers may know me already. My name is Andrew Campbell. Um, and what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to do a video about voice acting tips. They're my own unique tips which help me to develop different accents. So um, te these tips are just going to focus on how you develop an accent. Yeah, maybe it's an accent you may have, um, may have difficulty with, um, but my tips will hopefully will be able to help you out with that difficult accent that you find so hard to put on. So um, my tips cover seven seven things, right? And that is number one, listening. Number two, imitate. Number three, listening and repeat. Number four, reading. Number five, tongue twisters. Number six, learning a different language. And number seven, holiday. Right. So tip number one, listening. The reason why listening would help to develop another accent is um, and you could be listening to any accent on any media whatsoever. It could be a real person talking in an interview. If you might find some interviews on people. If you want to learn a particular accent, um, you want to know how it sounds. You want to listen to you want to listen to the accent, and the way to do that is look on YouTube, and you may find some interviews with people who are from that particular area. The specific accent you're looking for, you may find something that way. Other ways, you can just watch different films from people with different accents. Um, so listening is very important when you put on a different accent. It's very important for me because I once I find out um, how an accent sounds, I will then try to imitate it, and brings me on to tip number two. So after I've listened to an accent I want to that I want to put on, I will then try to imitate that accent, and then if I feel like it doesn't sound if it doesn't sound spot on, if it doesn't sound the way I want it, I it I will then do it all over again. So that brings me to tip number three. So if you feel like you haven't got it right or haven't got the accent spot on, you then um, do the process all over again. You go back to whatever you were watching or listening to the sound of that person's accent. Um, you just go back, listen to it. Maybe go over it a few more times. Listen. Let the accent get into your head, and then and then try to imitate it again, and imitate it. Just repeat until you feel like you have got it spot on. Once you've got it spot on, then I try to try just take a break. Um, just talk normally, and then the next thing you would do then is just try to see if you can switch it on. So, j- and if you try to put on that accent again, and you do it a couple more times, if it's in your repertoire of voices, um, you will you'll be able to switch on and off between your own voice and into the accent that you want to put on. And I think that wraps up tip number 3. So I will go on to tip number 4. Why is reading important in putting on an accent? I think it's important because and it's important that you read anyway. To pick up certain words you haven't learned before, or increasing your vocabulary and all that there. But if you're reading a book or something, and for me, when I read a book, I read it out loud in my room, um, and when and there's characters in the book, and they'll come from a certain place, and if he's from Scotland or whatever, I will put on the Scottish accent. If I didn't know if I didn't know, if I don't know how to do a Scottish accent, if I haven't done it before, I will try and put it on, because for me, I've heard Scottish accents loads of times, like on TV and stuff. Because over here you have the BBC, and you hear Scottish accents quite regularly. And also there was the um, William Wallace Braveheart movie that I've watched before as well. And it doesn't matter when the character when you see um, there's going to be loads of different characters in the book anyway. So this really will test your ability to switch on and off. So the say if you're reading the uh, the narration of the story, I would read the narration in my own voice, and then when it comes to a character, when he's talking, right, say the Scottish guy is talking first, I will do that there. But if there's I'll put on the Scottish accent then, and if there's another character in the story, from a different place. Say if he's say if he's um uh Polish or something like that. There, I will then try to switch to a Polish accent, and then to be narration again back to my own voice. There's a bit more dialogue between these characters now, so it just reading is important because it tests your ability to switch on and off between different actions. It doesn't matter if you haven't done the action before. It doesn't matter if it's shit the first time around. All it matters is that you're able to switch on and off. You'll be able to switch in between your own action and the action you're going to put on. So that's why I think it's important. So I think that pretty wraps up tip number 4. So now I'll go on to talk about I'll go on to tip number 5. Tongue twisters are important because it really works out your tongue. Even simple ones, even simple ones like red lorry, yellow lorry, and you speed it up a bit, and it gets more difficult. Um, um, there's to find these tongue twisters. You can find them on the internet. There's loads of different sites for tongue twisters. But tongue twisters are important because it can help you pronounce those really difficult words. Tongue and also it works. It's a workout for your voice as well. Um, and I think that's important, especially if you want to be a voice actor. I've used oh well, not only voice acting, but the acting in general. Tongue twisters are good. I've when I I remember when I was in college doing my H&D. I had this subject called theater directing. I wrote my own piece and stuff. In the rehearsals, we did. I wrote out a plan for my. I wrote out a rehearsal plan, and in my rehearsal plan, I put certain activities first. Something that may help him with the role. Um, uh, um, tongue twisters are really they're really it's a workout for your voice. So not only voice acting in general. Um, so that's like for tongue twisters. You may want to build. You may want to try something simple at the start and then work your way up. Challenge yourself. Start with something easy and then work your way to the really difficult parts. And I think that is the best way when you do a tongue twister. I wouldn't go jumping in straight away. I would start with an easy one and then I'll build. I will then create more challenging ones for myself. Um, so that's me talking about tongue twisters, and that wraps it up. So now I'll talk about tip number 6.